Good morning, class. This morning we're going to go over types of government. We'll discuss briefly some of the types of government we did last week. And the first three I would like to discuss is we did democracy. Remember, democracy involves people electing officials, representatives, and they're allowed to criticize, they're allowed to oppose government verbally or in protests. So all these are examples of a democracy. The second type of government we did last week was dictatorship. And we know a dictatorship is where you have one person controlling a country. They have ultimate power. They have all the power. So that was a dictatorship. And then we also have a theocracy. A theocracy is a type of government that has religious leaders in control, controlling everything. So that's a theocracy. Today we're going to talk about some different types of governments that was not discussed last week. The first one I have to discuss today is coalition government. Coalition government involves more than one political party joining forces together to form a government, to form the ruling party. St. Martin is an example, has coalition government since 2010. So we are a very good example of coalition governments. And then we have a military dictatorship. Military dictatorship involves the military that creates a dictatorship. So it's consisted of soldiers who are basically running the country. We also have the term called absolute monarchy. Now, in an absolute monarchy, and this existed hundreds of years ago, in that type of government, it was the king and queen. They controlled everything without elected officials. So they had complete power. And in certain cases, they even believed that their power came from God himself. Then we also have a colonialism. Colonialism pertains to a country controlling another country. So for example, back in the 1700s, King England used to control 13 groups called colonies. And these colonies became the United States of America because they had a war of independence. So England was controlling these 13 colonies, had complete control over them. So basically that's a colony, or we call it colonialism. Then we also have a term called kleptocracy. Now this involves a government that is created, that is existing through theft. And another word for theft is stealing. Involving a lot of stealing of funds, of assets belonging to the country. These individuals, these leaders, engage in that, and we call that a kleptocracy. Then we have two types of democracies. We have a direct democracy. Now, a direct democracy means that the people are involved in assisting the government, running the country in terms of policy decisions, helping them, giving them input and what can be done in terms of policies. And then we also have a representative democracy. Representative democracy, that's basically involves the people electing their senators, their parliamentarians to govern a country. And so we have representative democracy because these persons represent the people. The last type of government we have is a totalitarian government. And basically a totalitarian government is the same as a dictatorship. So today, students, that was my video. You have another video, and you're gonna kindly go to Quick Schools classroom discussions, and you're gonna see the instructions of what you have to do today. Don't worry about the spelling of these types of government for today's video because they're there in classroom discussions. Have a good day, and I wish you much success on the assignments for today. And remember, you have any questions, direct them to me please on classroom discussions. Thank you very much for your attention and your time. Take care.